Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. 3 people were arrested after an early morning raid in the city of Hazleton. It was shortly after 7 this morning. Hazleton police raided a home in the 100 block of West Diamond Avenue. Nearby streets were blocked when 3 suspects were taken from the home. They include Dannery Kana Maheja, Hector Manuel Sanchez Guzman, and Emmanuel Garcia Arias. During the execution of the warrant, the defendants attempted to flush illegal narcotics down the toilet in a second-floor bathroom. Detectives removed the toilet and discovered the drugs. The charges include delivery of a controlled substance, criminal use of a communication facility, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Police seized over $8,000 in cash, a semi-automatic pistol, 350 bags of heroin, 33 grams of crystal meth, marijuana, scales, cell phones, and a 2012 Infiniti. Hazleton Code Enforcement was also called due to unsanitary conditions in the home. Convicted killer 25-year-old Dominic Ray will be spending the next 20 to 40 years in state prison. Ray offered an apology to the family of the victim, but prosecutors and Luzerne County Judge Fred Parentoni did not buy that apology. Prosecutors say the shooting took place near Building 328 at the troubled apartment complex the night of October 16, 2016, after Grandy shook a man's hand but did not greet Ray. Surveillance video showed Ray chased after Grandy and then opened fire with a 9mm pistol, leaving Grandy to collapse at the building's entrance. Authorities said gunshots grazed Grandy's lower left leg, but he died of a gunshot wound to the back that pierced his heart and lung before exiting his chest. Ray pleaded guilty to third-degree murder back in June. The judge who presided over Jerry Sandusky's child molestation trial will now help figure out what can be made public in the grand jury's report into child sexual abuse in 6 Pennsylvania Roman Catholic dioceses. The state Supreme Court Monday named McKean County Judge John Cleland to serve as special master. The court has ordered the release of the report, but says names and other identifying information will have to be blacked out regarding priests and others who are challenging the report's accuracy and fairness as it pertains to them. If there aren't any disputes about the redactions, that report is set to be made public August the 8th. The first member of a Penn State University fraternity to plead guilty in connection with the death of a pledge last year after a night of drinking and hazing learned his sentence today. A judge in Center County sentenced Ryan Burke to 27 months probation and 3 months house arrest for 4 counts of hazing and 5 alcohol violations. He also faces thousands of dollars in fines and hundreds of hours of community service. The 21-year-old from Scranton is among more than 20 members of the now closed Beta Theta Pi to face criminal charges over the February 2017 death of Tim Piazza of New Jersey. Today, the Wolf administration announcing that the dry leaf form of medical marijuana will be phased in at dispensaries starting August 1st at 16 locations. It was recommended by the Medical Marijuana Advisory Board back in the spring. Pennsylvania's Secretary of Health, Dr. Rachel Levine, accepted that recommendation.
Actually, all of the research that has been done in the United States for medical marijuana has been done with that compound. In addition, it requires less processing by the grower processors, and thus it will help to bring the price down, the price point down for this medicine for patients with serious medical conditions.
Though smoking the compound is illegal in Pennsylvania, it can be used by vaporization.
So it's very important for patients that are using really any of the medical marijuana compounds, but particularly dry leaf, to keep the product in the container that they got from the dispensary, which is labeled and is opaque and is really like almost any other container that you'd get from a pharmacy. In addition, it's very important that they keep their medical marijuana card on their person.
It's also recommended that patients discuss with their doctors and the dispensary pharmacist what form is right for their condition. There are currently 21 serious medical conditions for which medical marijuana can be dispensed. The dry leaf form will be available at Columbia Care in Scranton on August 1st and Justice Grown in Edwardsville on August 8th. Coming up on WYLN News, get rid of that standing water. Plus, it's a big project to build a tiny house, and our Julia Wiegand introduces you to the young man who's up to the task. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Clouds and thunder overnight, the low 68, and then right through Sunday. Hit or miss thunderstorms, maybe even some heavy downpours. We'll be right back.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Luzerne County will begin to spray an insecticide to kill mosquitoes this week to help stop the spread of West Nile. The workers will spray from trucks in parts of Edwardsville, 40 Fort, Kingston, Kingston Township, Swoyersville, and Wilkes-Barre on Thursday. Some mosquitoes can carry West Nile, which can cause inflammation of the brain. Once a person is bitten by an infected mosquito, the virus takes about 2 days to 2 weeks to incubate in the body. Most people don't develop any symptoms, but about 1 in 5 infected people could have headaches, body and joint pain, vomiting, diarrhea, or rash. Most people recover completely, but it may take months. A few people develop even severe symptoms. Individuals can take precautionary measures around their homes to help eliminate mosquito breeding areas, including emptying any standing water from buckets, tires, pools, and anywhere else. Again, that spraying set to start this week. Pennsylvania American Water announcing upgrades to nearly 6,000 feet of water main in 40 Fort to improve reliability for customers, reduce service disruptions, and increase water flows for firefighting. The cost of the system improvements, which replace a water main dating back as far as 1920, is approximately $840,000. Crews are expected to work weekdays between 6 a.m. and 5 p.m. along Virginia Terrace, Pettibone Street, and Elizabeth Street. And then work begins in mid-August on Yates and Culvert Streets. A 17-year-old Berwick teen is set to build a tiny home for homeless veterans. Our Julia Wiegand has his story.
17-year-old Tim Marin from Berwick has tons of family who served in various branches of the military. Marin came up with the idea to build a tiny home for homeless veterans after hearing a story on NPR about a similar project in Texas.
And I thought that Berwick, such a great community as we are, would be a great place for this. Everybody's so welcoming, so friendly. And to see my family come home and how we're such a big family, how we have all the outings that we do, and to think that some people come home to nothing, it's really heartbreaking.
Groundbreaking for the tiny home was held this morning on Monroe Street in Berwick, where representatives from all over the area came to show support. The 550-square-foot home's first resident will be a local homeless veteran come its completion sometime in November.
I'm just super excited to see how it turns out. I can't wait to meet the veteran, can't wait to see how it changes lives.
Marin's project had been awarded grant money from both Wells Fargo and PNC banks. Military Community Project's Jeff Chavan traveled from Iowa to present Wells Fargo's check, which had a little extra thrown in, totaling to a $45,000 donation to help complete Marin's goal.
You know, as far as meaning to me, it's just something that, it brought hope to some of my friends, and just the opportunity to show that a young man is doing something great for the veterans and showing the leadership and the future of the United States. And he's just a great young man, and looking forward to seeing him do great things in the future.
Veteran organizations throughout the area have also donated to Marin's project. The Community Strategies Group helped Marin find the property, and the Wilkes-Barre Area Veteran Affairs Center will help him find a veteran to live in the home. The VA serves 18 counties in PA and 1 county in New York, so they're going to try to make sure the veteran selected is one within this service area. Marin started making moves for the project almost 2 years ago, calling the healthcare for homeless veterans.
Even more surprising to get a call from a 15-year-old who is this committed to doing a project for a veteran. So it's been really amazing to work with a young person that is this committed to serving his community and serving veterans. And having that commitment to veterans is really heartwarming. And to see his commitment ongoing to veterans and that he hasn't wavered at all has been really wonderful. It's a great testament to Tim, his family, and the community, obviously, that he's living in.
Fellow Scouts, the community, and Marin's family will all help him build the home. A GoFundMe page under the name Be a Hero's Hero, House a Veteran is online as well for people to donate towards Marin's project goal. Reporting from Berwick for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Thank you, Julia, and congratulations, Tim. Coming up on Gordon's News Choice, calling all Wildcats. Get together. Details are coming up in Community and You, plus a countdown to Fun Fest. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
WYLN, first in live sports. We bring you the event, not just the highlights. Live coverage of the high school football season starts August 24th on WYLN. We're your local network. WYLN TV 35 is looking to hire a highly motivated, energetic salesperson for the Hazleton, Wilkes-Barre, and surrounding areas. Send your resume to the email or the address on your screen. WYLN is an equal opportunity employer.
I'm Paula Degnan. With me is Bob Hildebrand, class of
66.
66 from
West Hazleton High School.
West Hazleton High School. All right. Now you have, which is really fun, you have a reunion coming up. Now, West Hazleton High School, like so many of our high schools, no longer exists, which is very unfortunate. But you have a way, once again this year, to get everybody together, and you mean everybody. Tell us about what's happening.
It's, like you said, reunion. We call it a Wildcat Roundup. We used to be the West Hazleton Wildcats. That's where the Wildcat comes in. And anybody that attended that school in the 64 years it existed, whether you were a student, a teacher, a janitor, the principal, which we've had at one time, anybody that at least attended 1 year or did something there in those 64 years can show up at this. It's not specifically any particular class, it's everybody.
Wow. So you've done this before?
Oh yeah.
And what has the response been like? Because the class is certainly from 1928 to 1992.
Well, class reunions have been somewhat of a problem. You know, nobody wants to, a lot of stuff, but at times we have had up to 300 people, and other times it's been down to 100 and some.
Wow.
But at the same time, that was mainly from the 40s and 50s. It's only the past several years people from the 60s and beyond are starting to find out about it and pay attention to it and wanting to come.
Well, it sounds like it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful time with so many people.
Everybody has a great time, yes.
And we were chatting because, as I was telling you, my high school no longer exists, and some of the others where I went to school. So now this seems to be a better way to get many classes together. So when the people are coming to this particular reunion, when and where is it going to be?
I don't know the name of the church, but
oh, I can tell you that.
Oh, you can?
I can tell you that. It's the Faith United Church of Christ Hall on the Airport Beltway in Hazleton.
Yes.
That I can tell you.
Oh, yeah. Right.
See, that's what we used to have cheat sheets when we were in school, Bob. And it's going to be on, the reservation deadline is August 15th, but the reunion itself is on Saturday, August 25th.
Yes.
So tell us about your experience. You were class of 66?
Yes.
And I'm sure that there are a lot of things that the class of 66 remembers. Do you have one that you can share with us that we can put on the air?
From the school?
From the school, yeah. One of those, because I can remember a lot of them from mine that no one ever knew about. Anybody in particular?
Well, one that I always keep going back to, it was back in the mid-60s. They had a class, but I don't know if it was 10th and 11th and 12th because they were making a presentation to a local sportscaster and stuff like that. And he was liked, and he also wasn't very well liked.
Ah.
And the principal at the time, they introduced him and everybody booed. Well, that got them all upset, so they made all of us leave and brought 2 more classes in. But at the same time, my understanding was the principal went in the office laughing. He says, kids.
But see, those are the kind of things that you never find out until way after the fact. Up until then, you've got to keep that straight face.
And another one I remember is November 22nd, 1963.
Oh, I remember that one.
I know where I was and who I talked to.
Yep.
I was in the hallway by the gym in the lower level, and I talked to a young guy by the name of Wally Simona, He told me President Kennedy was assassinated. Come on, quit kidding around. Well, so I got to my class and we didn't have computers and TVs.
Yeah.
They had, I don't know what they had in the office, but they had just had this little speaker box, which they could put to the class and they turn it on. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. It was true. But yeah, I remember that day very well.
That's the wonderful thing about these reunions, especially when you can get so many classes together, the history.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds to me like you are the keeper of some of that history.
Got a good memory and I'm old.
And you're a delight. So we got you in one whole package.
That's what one young lady said to me one day. How do you know all this stuff? Because I was there when it happened.
and see, it's best to get it straight from the horse.
Yep.
Now, again, this one is coming up, and the reservation deadline on this is August 15th. It's at the Faith United Church of Christ Hall on the Airport Beltway in Hazleton, Saturday, August 25th. That's right across from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's easy to find. And you're going to have T-shirts?
Oh, yes, we always sell T-shirts.
That'll be available for that as well. Get all your friends together, and if you were in West Hazleton High School from 1928 to 1992, they want to see you there. And make sure when you get there, you go right over to Bob Hildebrand and say, Bob, you are a wonderful guy. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh, that's okay.
This is so much fun, and we'll put your number up there and Bernadine's number up there, and don't forget, wear your blue and gold. Except we didn't get the blue memo. We just got the gold memo. Bob, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure, and we certainly hope that you'll get to your reunion wherever it may be and join us again on Community and You.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Serve the Lord Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the types of things that we will be featuring on our new show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo, host of Off the Beaten Path, welcomes you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good eats. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
Tonight, we are kicking off our countdown to Fun Fest. This year's Fun Fest is turning 40. For 40 years, the street fair has been bringing people to downtown Hazleton for fun, food, and games. This year's celebration taking place September 8th and 9th. The Fun Fest committee welcomes everyone to the downtown and can't wait for this year's 40th event. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln News.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll meet Jim Antonelli, a gentleman who had a traumatic car accident and was in a lot of pain until he found Dr. John and Dr. Stacy, and chiropractic care helped him back on his way to wellness. His story this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. Join us.